So she said, keep not liking me. I'm going to keep going to the bank.
Hi, welcome to 3D Popup Shop. I'm Keisha, and this is my co-host, Kanika.
The one and only.
So I want to give a shout out to all the virtual co-hosts out there that are currently selling on 3dpopupshop.com. These are the small Black business owners that you already know from your local pop-up shops, and now they are online selling to you and everybody else. So today we are going to get into what we can learn from Wendy Willams. Hot 97 Wendy Willams, though, okay? What can we learn as business owners from where Wendy Willams started her career, really? Okay, and I say started because that's really when she popped off on the scene. So, Kanika, what nuggets can you give us, the Black business community, on Wendy Willams' career at Hot 97?
In a nutshell, you cannot give an FUCK, period. Like, you cannot have any care or concern about what you're doing, who's watching, who's checking, who's not checking, because you need to be so hyper focused on your business and what you're doing, and do what you got to do in order to get to the next level. She was like ruffling some serious feathers. Like, she was calling people out, and she was on some, I'm going to say whatever it is that I want to say, how I want to say it. I'm going to say it when I want to say it. And whether you like me or not, then that's your business. I believe that she had some beef with like Tupac and Puffy, or, P. Diddy before he was P. Diddy, when he was Puffy Combs, whatever name he wanted to choose at the time. Yeah, she was beefing with like everybody in the entertainment industry, straight up. And she made a name for herself. And so that's what I mean by what can we take from Wendy Willams. You can't get an FUCK, because she's going to do what she got to do. And she carved her way until she got onto television. And she had a lot of haters.
Wendy Willams is like, look, I'm going to put it out there. All right. I got a show. I got an audience. I got a captive audience. I'm going to put it out there. I'm
Right.
not going to tiptoe around you. You understand? Because I'm not going to be intimidated by your fame. I'm not going to be intimidated by your wealth. I'm not going to be intimidated by your celebrityism, your popularity. I'm not going to do that. All right. So with businesses, I can see how we can gain some, cool points, or gain some pointers, I should say, from Wendy Willams, because you can't be tiptoeing around these self-proclaimed influencers. I know you know somebody in your circle, or at least 6 degrees of separation, that is like moving up in the ranks, and you are almost like nervous to ruffle their feathers a bit, And when I say ruffle feathers, I'm not talking about you are going and picking a fight. It's more like you are standing up for yourself. You're standing up for your brand, who you are, what you are about. You are not trying to revise that for anybody or anything. You understand? You know your products best. You know your audience best. And when somebody comes your way and try to take that away from you, or try to put you on blast or on Front Street, then you need to like really put them in their place so you can continue to grow your business and do what you need to do. As little kids, we're taught you have to share, you have to be nice, you have to be friends. We all have to be friends, but there's no friends in business. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound cutthroat. I'm not trying to sound that. But at the end of the day,
you have to be.
It's called mutual beneficial relationships.
Right.
That's what that is. What is your value? Why are you in my face? Here's my value. Here's why I'm in your face. Here's why we can do this together. Okay? Let's do this, or maybe we don't do this together because there's no value for you, for me at this time. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's what you need to understand. And there's no love
Mm-hmm.
loss. If
Right.
you are continuing to think about that person who dissed you last week, it takes you 4 weeks or 4 months to think about the business that wasn't checking for you, or even the customer that wasn't checking for you or returned your stuff. It's taking you 4 months to recover from that. It's just like, darling,
This ain't for you.
you're gonna be a 60-year-old, 70 years old by the time your business pops off, if it ever
Right.
pops off. So I do see the fearlessness of Wendy Williams, but I mean, she is shady. I'm sorry, she has some shady dealings, Kanika, that I could live without.
I mean,
Sorry.
yeah, she may not be for everybody, but guess what? That's how she built her brand. And guess what? You know about her. Whether you like her, follow her, or whatever, you agree with her MO, you, Keisha, know about her. So obviously she penetrated into or infiltrated into all types of sectors and communities, even in those of people who don't like her. And that is the brand that she created for herself. People not liking her. So she said, keep not liking me. I'm gonna keep going to the bank. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And that's really what it is, because to your point, you can't really care. You can't really care who's watching you. You can't really care who has anything to say, because there are always going to be, there's those people who are going to love you, people who's going to hate you, and those people who don't know what to do with you. And unfortunately, the people who don't like you are still going to be watching you. They're going to be the biggest cheerleaders, honestly, because they're going to be talking the loudest about you. And what they don't realize is that they're going to be the ones that keep promoting your name. As the saying goes, like, obviously I'm important enough because you keep talking about me, right?
Girl.
Like, obviously my business is that important because you keep talking about it. So, and since my business is still around, like, I haven't closed down shop, thank you. Keep talking about my business, because now somebody's going to Google, they're going to want to know about it, and they're going to Google it. And then they're going to
Girl.
try it out for themselves. And you know what? They're going to have a different experience with me than you did. You're just a sourpuss. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. And the thing about Wendy, she was talking about stuff that people did not want to talk about.
Well, there you have it, folks.
That's
If
it.
you want to make it in this business, you have to be yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. And just understand you're not waiting for nobody's approval. All right?
No.
Period. So, if you enjoy this video or you want to hear more from us, please consider subscribing. Just click on that button below or click on another video. Listen, we need to help the Black businesses out here, all right? So head over to 3dpopupshop.com after you subscribe. Thanks.